Hi everyone, here is a quick tour of the grounds here at Sensei Lanai. And I'm going to take you with me as we walk across the property and go to Hale number 5. So this is going to be a bit of a walk, but as you can see, the grounds are absolutely beautiful. It's a cool morning. It's for Hawaii standards anyway. It is, I don't know, 7 o'clock, 7:30, something like that. And here we are walking through. If you can see off in the distance, that's a putting green, like a mini golf course that's actually on grass. And they maintain that thing every day. And over here is the main path around. But we're gonna take the lake path and we're gonna head through here. And this will take us over a little bridge and we'll see there's some water, beautiful water and plants and all sorts of goodies here. One of the things that I found very interesting, I've never seen wild orchids before. Isn't that cool? They look like the same orchids that grow in our pots at home or when we buy them from the supermarket, but I thought that was really neat. So here we are, coming upon our first opening to the water. This is a little lake, maybe a man-made lake, I'm not sure, that is in the middle of the property. You can see off in the distance there's a big white statue that attracts some people, some folks. Yeah, we've got the mountains, well, or the hills, I suppose. And here we are, continuing on the path. What you may see as we walk through here. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Well, thank you. There are some turkeys that are walking up and down here. If you've watched one of my other videos, you may have seen those turkeys. We'll see if we can find one. So here we come across a little stream. Oh, look at this. I don't know if you can see up in there. Just a beautiful area. Beautiful trees. I use the word beautiful a lot, don't I? Huh? That's one of the adjectives I like. There's usually fire in this fireplace at night. But here we are. There's a continuous water and a stream. Nice stuff. And then we continue, so there's some sculptures in the water, or in the landscape. We continue. Over here to the right, we'll see it coming up around these trees. These are Japanese an onsen garden. I'm not sure what onsen means, but in here there are some pools that you can go and soak yourself in with 2 or 3 other people. They're quite small, and they're like hot tubs, but they're natural. You're sitting amongst rocks. Here is the yoga pavilion, maybe one of a couple, I'm not sure, but here's at least one of them. There are people inside, so I'll be private and let them do their thing. So back here then, across the water, so over there is where we came from. And then back across the water, this is the main lodge. I'm not sure what they call it exactly, the main hale maybe. And it's not the hales that we use for TBM or for anything that we do for practicing, massages and so on, but that's just like the main area, reception, dinner, things like that. So here we go. So as we continue down the path, we reach a building here on the right, And this is actually a facilities building. On the left side, if you go around the corner into those trees and around to the back, I think it's the first door or the second door, that's the IT office, where we have a very small little office that has some computers and equipment and cables and so on in it. And so as we continue here, I'm not sure what this building is. Let's see what the sign has to say. Doesn't really tell us much. So here is our building. Oh, you know what? This is Hale 10. I just read the sign as I was walking up. So here we have our little walkway, and there's the sign, Hale 10. So you can see they are really quite beautiful little buildings. So that's Hale 10. There's a TBM machine in there. There's 10 Hales in total. There's 2 more of them right there. As we continue walking up the path, we see more water, plants, everything is beautifully trimmed. One of the interesting things, so here's Hale 8 and 9 is to the right. One of the interesting things that I've noticed is that there are gardeners that work daily. I've been here for 2 days, so I've only seen them twice. I mean, I'm not sure if it is in fact daily, but I would imagine it's daily. In any event, the interesting thing is that there are no power tools. I think because the resort, they want to make sure everything is nice and quiet. They literally do everything by hand. So gardeners, here's Hale 6. There you go, and we're approaching Hale 5. Yeah, so they're on their hands and knees and trimming everything by hand. So I thought that was really interesting. So here, I love this. This is just outside Hale 5. We're going to see Hale 5 in a second. This is, I believe, a banyan tree. When I lived in Honolulu for many years, there was one in a park near us, and it had all this hanging moss on it. And I could be wrong. It may not be a banyan, but such an interesting, beautiful tree. And this one is massive, whatever the heck it is. So here we are. We've arrived at Hale 5. Inside of that Hale is a TBM again, as you know. But I'm going to keep walking. We're going to keep going down the path. We'll speed it up a little bit. Off in the distance there, you can see, we'll come upon it momentarily, but there is a pool over there. One of the resources, the facilities that the guests have access to. Here's Hale 4. And we continue down the road. Oh, here's an interesting, look at this. An interesting plant. It's kind of and I like these things. I don't know what the heck these are, but look at these little plants. I feel like they look like birds or something. These little beaks they have. I don't know. Kind of neat. An interesting piece of sculpture. This is Hale 3. And we keep going down the path. And then here's the pool, a little bit more pool. There's 2 pools, in fact. You can see. There's a hot tub there as well, 2 hot tubs. We didn't see any turkeys. Normally I see turkeys on this road right here. I'll have to find some turkeys as we continue across. All right, so we've finally reached the end of this pathway. Here in front of me is Spa Services. This is where Azure and her team live and work. Well, they don't live here, but they work here daily. So when Azure answers your text messages, this is from where she does it. So here's our little sign that says staff entrance. And if we go through, we will see the entrance. So let me take you inside. We have here, let me change hands. I have to take out my trusty card. And we will log ourselves in, open the door. Oh, that didn't work. Try that again. Second time's the charm. Here we go. So this is the inside of Spa Services. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm taking a tour, taking my teammates on a tour here
Love it. Come
of
on
the
in.
all of our facilities.
Yeah.
So as we walk in, we have to the left our kitchen. Naturally, there's coffee makers and so on in there. Nothing interesting. Here is the cart where all of the iPads are kept, including the iPads for the TBMs. So just here you can see those little labels. They say TBM. Those are the TBM iPads. Up top here are the batteries that are kept for to power the computer TBM computers. And I've taken 4 of them to test them, but normally there's 8 in there, or 6 I should say. As we keep going around the office, this is Azure's office. This is where she sits. So you can visualize right in that corner is where she sits and manages and operates everything. Okay. As we come around, we have a computer for the staff to use to check out their emails and internet and so on. And then these computers over here are the ones that are used to more work-based type computers. Not exactly sure what they do, but in any event, we have some restrooms back here. And then here is, interestingly, a big screen and keyboard where the Book for Time schedule is up and running all day. Right now you can see it's still pretty early, so it's not up yet. But that's where everybody comes in and they see their schedule for the day and things that are going on. Here are some of the stuff that people use for massages and other activities that the practitioners undertake. And then, but this is where the practitioners kind of hang out. This is their room and rest area, and between services, this is where they live. So that is it. That is my tour of the grounds and the facilities. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and that is all for now.